What is going on, everybody? King John here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Guilty Gear Strive and the upcoming October patch. So for those who don't know, on the 15th of October there's going to be a brand new patch for Guilty Gear Strive that's going to be apparently going to be changing a lot of things about the game, and it's going to be a pretty substantial patch. Back a couple months ago when they revealed the first patch for the game, they said that that patch wasn't going to be that substantial, but it actually ended up being pretty big. It changed quite a few things about some characters, so if that patch was supposed to be small, then I'm really curious what this patch will bring to the game. They revealed a developer backyard talking about the new patch and revealed a few things about it, so I wanted to go over it, and after we're doing that, I want to go and talk about a few things that I think should be changed about the game in the new patch, some ideas that they could do. So it's going to be a pretty good discussion. But before we get into all the discussion, guys, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Really helps me out. Alright, so like I said earlier, they revealed this developer backyard talking about this new patch and what their ideas are, what they're targeting. So I wanted to go over it real quick. It said, as we announced previously, the October game update is planned for October 15th on Friday. In the previous update, we adjusted the character balance without changing the overall game mechanics. This time, however, we will be adjusting the overall mechanics and game rules in addition to character balance. So like I said earlier, they're going to be adjusting the overall game, like in general. To begin with the partial discussion of the changes to game mechanics, we have revised the quality of faultless defense, extended the overall input buffer time, and increased the time window for throw clashes. They're improving faultless defense, which is amazing, but we're going to go and talk about all that afterwards. For changes across characters, we have revised the startup time for their fastest normals, the way counters work for aerial normals, and increased the number of moves that can be cancelled into jump or air dash, which is awesome. The details of the changes made in this patch will be released soon, so keep an eye out. Although this update will only adjust the game balance, the team is working hard on the next character at the moment, so please wait for that announcement. So already tons of big changes. They're changing fastest normal, so maybe Soul 5K is not going to be 3 frames anymore. Maybe they're going to make some normals faster, which is already huge. They're increasing the moves that can be jump cancelled out of and air dashed out of, which is also pretty huge. I'm not sure how the counters are going to work for air normals. Maybe you get more time to confirm if you get a counter hit off an air normal. So far so good. Good changes. Faultless defense needs to be made better, and I'll talk about other things that I want later on. But let's move on to the next thing. Aside from the changes to battles, this update will also reduce the time required to authenticate the online server when launching the game. Our tests in North America have confirmed that the update reduces connection time significantly. Thank God. This update also includes fixes and improvements for other issues as well as new features. We will continue to strive to improve the game, and we appreciate your continued support. We plan to include improvements to the player match system and requested by players in a later update. Yes, sir. Please. I am tired of all these people on Twitter posting that you could do this before you load into Strive. We gotta kill that meme. We gotta kill it, and this is how we kill it. We increase the time that we can connect to the servers. My God, it takes 10 years just to get into the game. Yes, please do that. And then they talk about Arc Revo and vocal soundtrack streaming, which I don't really care about. So what did we learn? They're gonna change the startup of some moves or some normals in the game. They're gonna increase the moves that you can jump cancel and air dash out of. They're gonna increase the qualities of faultless defense, and that's all good and dandy, especially the increased time to connect to the game, or I'm sorry, the decreased time to connect to the game. If it was increased time, I'd freaking delete the game. So overall, it's looking like a pretty good update, but there are a few things that I personally would want to see to make the game a lot better in terms of quality of life. So the first thing I want to see right off the bat to be added to this game eventually is obviously increase the window timing for reversals. I cannot tell you how many times I've gotten hit or I've lost matches just because I try to get a DP or a reversal super and the window is so tight that I miss the window. It's just really annoying. If I go and risk using a DP or a reversal and something that's really easily punishable, I should have like tons of time to even do it. It shouldn't be such a tight window just for reversals. Another thing that I really want to see is increasing the qualities of insta blocking. Insta blocking is one of those things that is really like pointless at this point. There's only like, I don't know, I can count the amount of players that are consistently using insta blocking on like one hand. Like nobody uses it. It's extremely tight window. It's like a 2-frame window, really hard, and it's really not worth the risk. So increasing the timing to maybe like 3 frames. You don't want to make it too easy, because there are things that are really strong about insta blocking. There are some things that you can punish for free if you insta block it. So it's something they really need to play around with. Another thing, they gotta make YRC stronger. YRC is the defensive mechanic of the game. You spend meter to reset to neutral and continue and get somebody off you basically. Right now, YRC is pretty okay, but I feel like it needs to be stronger. It's a little bit too easy to bait out nowadays. It's really not that hard. So I feel they really should revise YRC a bit, especially because you lose your meter gain for 30 seconds after you use YRC, so it's really high cost for not that much, you know, return. I feel like it's really something I need to look at, because that's really the only true defensive mechanic of the game that's not that, you know, that isn't FDing or insta blocking, because, you know, it's one of the biggest defensive mechanics in the game, and it's really not worth the cost for what you get. This may be a lot to ask for, but I do want to see if it's possible that they add some new Gatlings into the game just to make things more interesting and fresh. I feel like this is something they would do if it was like a new version of the game, like a 2.0 or Exert or whatever. I don't know if they would do this, but adding new Gatlings into the game seems like a great idea for fun. I'm not saying like make it completely free flow how it was in Revelator, but, you know, just add a few more Gatlings, you know, here and there, like new options for players. You know, I don't want this game to go down the Grand Blue route where, you know, they keep taking away things from characters. I want characters to be strong and characters to be fun, instead of, you know, making characters balanced but sacrificing fun. It's a really hard balance, but I feel like they could do it with this game. But yeah, new patch, October 15th, Friday, Guilty Gear Strive. The new character should be revealed pretty soon, and I'm really excited for the new character. I don't know who it is, other than the characters that were leaked a few months ago. I don't know if those characters are still, like, you know, in the green. Basically, they still are in the game files, or they've been changed. I'm not sure, but all I know is that I'm excited for a new character. I'm excited for, you know, change to come to the game. I really love this game a lot, and I want it to, you know, change for the better, so, you know, it gets more exciting. So October 15th patch, you know, we're gonna cover it on the channel, so you better make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any videos on the new patch for Guilty Gear Strive and the new character. But that's pretty much it for me today, guys. I appreciate all the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.